Rahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. This is our next problem. Problem having been chosen from the book Analytical Mechanics by Foles and Cassidy. Foles and Cassidy. Analytical Mechanics by Grant R. Fowles and George L. Cassidy. Okay, Analytical Mechanics by Grant R. Fowles and co-author is George L. Cassidy. As usual, we first come to its statement. Okay, find the value of the constant C such that each of the following forces is conservative. F equal to IXY plus JCX square plus KZ cube. Second force F equal to IZ over Y, Z oblique Y, Z over Y plus CJ XZ over Y square plus KX over Y. This problem is to some extent similar to previous problem. Previous problem was also about conservative field, conservative force. Okay, so dear students, snapshots will be similar, same, almost same as snapshots were included in a previous problem. Okay, previous video. Solution: conservative field. Okay, show that the vector field F equal to so and so is a conservative field. We find curl F. Okay, curl found, curl becomes equal to 0. Okay, we have shown that curl F is equal to 0 and so the field is conservative. Okay, it means in order that a field be treated as a conservative, its curl must be 0. Okay, some more information about conservative field is that in summary the curl of a conservative force field is 0 everywhere because a field being conservative is equivalent to having 0 curl, which can be derived in any basic text on vector analysis. Additionally, a conservative force field can be written as the gradient of a scalar field. Okay, next snapshot some further detail about curl is given. Okay, we will not discuss this snapshot in detail. We have just included in our video, in our problem, in order just as a means to recapitulate our previous understanding. Okay, next snapshot once again about curl of a vector field A equal to this. The curl of A is given as this is this. Okay, here curl is not equal to 0 here, and conservative field is also not required. Okay, anyhow, now we come towards our solution in a formal manner. Okay, part A, curl F is equal to IJK curly over curly X, curly over curly Y, curly over curly Z, or partial over partial X, partial over partial Y, partial over partial Z, X Y C X square Z cube. Okay, it means the given force will be IXY plus J CX square plus K Z cube. Okay, now we expand it from first row. Okay, first row, this is equal to I into minus 1 raised to the power 2 with J minus 1 raised to the power 3 with K minus 1 raised to the power 4. Okay, because I has a first row and first column 1 plus 1 equal to 2. J has second column first row that is 2 plus 1 3, odd power minus while k has third column and first row 3 plus 1 4 even power plus 1. Okay, so when we consider I, first column and first row will be treated as omitted. Partial derivative of z cube with respect to y is 0. With respect to x is also 0. Only with respect to z it will be 3z square, but this is not the case under consideration. Okay. Similarly, partial derivative of cx square with respect to z will be 0. With respect to y also 0. Only with respect to x it will be 2cx. Okay, so with I 0, j second column and first row treated to be omitted. Here partial derivative of z cube with respect to x is 0. Similarly, partial derivative of xy with respect to z is 0. However, partial derivative of xy with respect to x or with respect to y will not be 0. Okay, but this is not the here case. Okay, so this also 0. Now we consider k third column and first row treated to be omitted. Yes, this is the case here, dear students. Partial derivative of cx square with respect to x will be 2cx. 2cx 2cx k into 2cx. Similarly, partial derivative of xy with respect to y will be simply x. Okay, so it will become 2cx minus x. Okay, that is to say kernel of f finally becomes equal to kx 2c minus 1. Okay, now conservative implies that kx into 2c minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, as we have taken into consideration so many snapshots regarding conditionality for conservative, that is kernel must be 0. Okay, so when this is equal to 0, then 2c equal to 1. It means 2c minus 1 equal to 0. This implies that 2c equal to 1 or c equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so one value of c has been found. Part A has been solved. Value of c has been. Now we come towards part B. Kernel f is equal to ijk partial over partial x partial over partial y partial over partial z into z over y c x z over y square x over y. It means given force will be I z over y plus j c x z over y square plus k x over y. Okay, now we expand it from first row. Expanding it from first row will result in this. Okay, I first column and first row treated to be omitted. Now dear students, partial over partial y x over y, it will be written as x into y raised to the power minus 1. When its partial derivative with respect to y is taken, then that minus 1 will become as a multiplying minus, while y raised to the power minus 1 will increase to minus 2. Okay, so it will become minus x over y square minus curly over curly this. Here z in place of z we will get 1, and hence it will become cx over y square minus cx. Okay, quite clear. Minus j, because j is in the second column and first row, so 2 plus 1 equal to 3 and minus 1 raised to the power 3 is minus. That is why with j we use minus. Okay, with j minus 1. Okay, when we are dealing with j second column and first row will be treated to be omitted. Similarly, uh, curly over curly x, curly over curly x, x over y. Here in place of x we will get 1, and hence 1 over y, okay, 1 over this 1 over y, okay, minus we are considering j, this minus curly over curly z, z over y. Here in place of z we will get 1, and hence 1 over y, 1 over y minus 1 over y, this will become 0, okay, plus k. When we will treat k, then third column and first row will be treated to be omitted, and hence partial over partial x, this here in place of x we will get 1, and hence cz over y square, cz over y square, yes, minus minus curly over curly y. Here in place of y we will get 1, that is z over 1 z, simply z. No, sorry, yes, when we are dealing with k, third column and first row will be omitted, and hence curly over curly x. Here in place of x we will get 1, so cz over y square, cz over y square, cz over y square, minus curly over curly y. Here it can be written as z into y raised to the power minus 1. So when we will take a partial derivative with respect to y, then that power minus 1 will become as a multiplying minus 1. So it will become minus z y raised to the power minus 2, that is minus z over y square, minus z over y square. Okay, quite clear. All the results have been verified. Now, as it is given that field is conservative, conservative must imply that this first portion with along with I must be equal to 0, this second portion with j must be 0, and this third portion with k must be 0. Okay, first we deal with first, minus x minus this minus x over y square minus cx over y square. Okay, here minus x over y square minus cx over y square. When it will be kept equal to 0, then it will be shifted to other side of equality, and both will become a minus x over y square will become equal to cx over y square. Both sides, from multiplying both sides with y square will delete y square, and hence minus x equal to cx, and hence c will become equal to minus 1. Quite clear? Yes. Now we are considering third part. This part is already 0 because both terms are equal and being subtracted, so we do not take into consideration this. We take into consideration this cz over y square minus z over y square. Okay, equal to 0. This implies that c equal to 1. How we dear students, when cz over y square will be equal to minus z over y square, or here we can write it as cz plus z over y square, cz plus z over y square. Here if shifted on other side, it will become minus 1, minus cz over y square is equal to z over y square, equal to minus z over y square, because this minus has become plus, but after being shifted on other side of equality, it will once again become minus. So cz over y square equal to minus z over y square. Y square will be cancelled by multiplying both sides with y square, and hence cz equal to minus z, c equal to minus z over z, c equal to minus 1. Okay, here value of c in this case is also minus 1, and here in this case is also minus 1. So our second part also has been solved successfully. This is the end of our problem. This is the end of our video. Till next video, Allah Hafiz.